Hello and welcome back to Project Zomboid. We are on day 6, I believe. We've survived 5 days, 5 hours. We spent the night in the last episode. I said we were going to watch a few skill videos. We did that. Went to bed around 2, woke up around 10. And then we went out and we've been basically doing a loop around the neighborhood in order to clear out any zombies. It turned out there were quite a few of them. We're up to 612 now. My baseball bat is a couple of hits away from dying, and I decided not to throw this one away. Instead, I'm just going to go over to the car which is in that direction and swap it out for a wooden one. I'm going to try and salvage this because I think we only have one more left. And although the wooden ones are easier to repair, I think their durability is a little bit lower. So most of the zombies that you see here, not these ones, but there are some over in the other direction, are ones that have appeared in the neighborhood today. So we got rid of them. My car's here, so let's do the weapon swap. In terms of the skills, let me just quickly check there's nobody around so we don't get rudely interrupted. Okay, so in terms of what we did for skills, we didn't have too many videos to watch, so we've leveled up on carpentry and cooking primarily, a little bit of fishing and trapping, mechanics, and that's it. Everything else is we haven't done anything with farming yet, nothing with metalworking, and obviously aiming and reloading. I'm kind of holding off using guns until we thin the population out a little bit, because if we start firing guns now, we're going to attract zombies from quite a big radius, and I want to have primarily cleared out most of that radius, or go in an area where I can go shoot a few rounds and then just run away in a vehicle. Now I think this is sort of the last section that we need to clear, but there's still quite a few zombies either spawning or that haven't come out through all of the noise and activities that we've been making, because there was a house of this size a few houses down and there were like 6 zombies inside. So we have our daily work cut out for us. Now the only other thing that's changed since the previous episode is I was watching other videos on YouTube, and one of the latest mods that somebody suggested that came out in March was a lawnmower mod. So I've installed that because I would like to eventually sort of make sure that these lawns are clean, but cleared out, like cut out the grass. But the only way to do that, if you want, is to remove the grass tile by tile. And because this is a fairly large neighborhood, it becomes quite tedious and it takes quite a long time. So I'm really glad I found the mod, and hopefully a lawnmower, because we haven't really explored the world yet, so pretty much everything outside of here is still, I'm hoping, open to spawning. I'm hoping that we'll find one fairly close to us and we'll bring it over, and then we'll be able to have sort of a tidy area. Another thing that I think is important is to just get these trees chopped down. I found a hand axe in the shop, which I'm going to give to Amanda. I'm going to let her pile the corpses, because when survivors pile anything, if you notice, there's a weight limit on the ground of 50. So if you start dropping logs, you'll get the equivalent of weight of 50 dropping on the ground, and then they'll start spreading to the tiles around next to them. When a survivor drops an object, there is no mechanic that stops them from overloading the tile with corpses. So I don't know if we'll be able to see that, but if we go to the tile, no, actually they don't appear to have the weight, but she'll be able to load them all in single tiles, and then if we decide to burn them, we won't have to burn one and then go to the next tile, burn the other group, and then to the next tile, and so on forth. So it becomes a little bit faster to get rid of the corpses. So I'm gonna let her do that, just to minimize the chances of us getting sick. And then we're gonna get Amanda to help us out with wood cutting, so we can start building. So the perimeter is fairly clear to the east, the northeast, the north, the northwest, and the west. We did a little bit to the southeast as well, so we can sort of run around the neighborhood without worrying too much that we're going to get jumped on, which is sort of one of my biggest concerns. One of the things we're going to do, probably off camera as well. I'm going to do a lot of the inventory management off camera, but I'll tell you about it before I do it. I'm going to go get the freezer from the gas station, and then I'm going to start consolidating the food that we have put in freezers around the houses and the shops into that freezer, because that has 2 compartments that, if I remember correctly, are quite chunky. I think with the organized mode they hold about 52, I want to say 52 each. It's either 26 each for a total of 52, or 52 each, or it's some completely different number, and then I'm going to look stupid. So yes, it is a completely different number. Anyway, it's 39 and 39, so we can hold quite a bit of frozen food, all within the base. And then the stuff that doesn't perish and doesn't need refrigeration, we can sort of go from shop to shop and bring it as and when, before or as we expand our base and expand the storage solutions and areas. Eventually, what I like to do, especially as we learn more and more recipes, and we can create more and more complex recipes, because they require different tools, different utensils, and different ingredients, is I would like to build a kitchen that has a lot of storage space, accessible from the tile you're standing on, because then you're able to get stuff out of containers and put them back as you're cooking, and also it gives you the options to create the stuff that you need. So if you want to create a cake, for example, you need flour, egg, milk, and I tend to put all the stuff in different containers, so it's, unless you're grabbing all the stuff manually, in which case you can create the recipe, which for me is a little bit tedious. Whereas if everything is accessible within containers that are within your reach, then you can sort of create the recipes and the food from where you're standing, and moreover your character takes the stuff out of the container, uses whatever they need, and then they put it back. And I find that useful, speeds cooking up, and it makes it a little bit less boring, because if you have to do 7 clicks in order to find the salt, grab the salt, put it in your inventory, use it, and then put the salt back, then yeah, it just becomes boring and taxing. So this one is almost dead. We'll leave it in the boot of this car and grab a wooden one. Logan was here. Logan? Who's Logan? Why that name rings a bell, but who's Logan? Please let me know in the comments if you know. I'm hoping it's the creator of the mod, sort of giving a nod to themselves. But I don't know who Logan is. Or maybe was Logan? I can't remember. I feel like I should know that name, or I definitely know that name, or I've heard that before within the lore of Project Zomboid, but for the life of me, I can't. Oh, we killed another cop, and they had a bulletproof vest and a holster and a D9 pistol. But actually, let's give that to Amanda, because I don't think she has a weapon. Although I'm a little bit nervous about giving it to her, because I don't. If she uses it at a nearby zombie, she might end up dying or killing us both. But, so what did I want to grab? The D9 pistol, we'll put that in our inventory. And where's there's the holster. Okay. So we'll give her the holster. We'll give her the... I think we can only give her the weapon that we have equipped. So let's unequip this. Stick it into the right holster. I don't have any ammo to give her yet. But let's call her over. Right, so have a holster, and no, don't go away. Actually, while she's here, we might as well do a medical check. So we'll give her the order to hold still, and then why can't I give her a weapon? Maybe she wasn't close enough. Right, hold still. Just a medical check. Overall status is okay. She doesn't seem to be losing any health. If she randomly loses health, then we know that she's been bitten in the past. Alright, fine. Alright. Well, that sucks. Alright, in that case, let's put this away. Let's put that away. And where's my M9? No random chamber racket, it's got a magazine. Right, so let's put that right. Let's put that left. And let's drop the axe on the floor here. Because after Amanda starts idling, she may go and chop wood by herself. What? But why can't I give her a weapon? Do I need to set a weapons area first? I don't know. Anyway, so while we're at it, maybe we should take the magazine, but I'm not going to use them. I just have them in case of a dire emergency. Right, let's go grab the fridge. Bring it home. And I would like to go a little bit exploring just to see if I can find any interesting vehicles, any interesting trailers that will enable us to do stuff. Ideally, I'd like to find a one of the big trailers, because with the organized perk you can fit like 650 kilos, and they are ideal to do a looting run to the factory that's close by, because then you can just stuff it with a whole bunch of stuff. Stuff it with a whole bunch of stuff. That's very nice. I'm very proud of myself. But you know what I mean, right? So I want to be close enough. Stick that in there. Okay. I've got a mod on that allows you to pick stuff up, sort of in accordance to what you would expect, you know, reality to be. Because I think in the vanilla game you need like a hammer if you want to move an armchair or something like that. But you know, obviously it's an armchair, you should be able to remove it. And the popsicle fridge you should be able to remove it as well. I don't want to park too close, because when you park too close, it blocks the door and it's not able to open. Yeah, there you go. And I thought that might be a nice strategy for barricading a door without actually having to barricade it, but that means I'd have to go in and out through the window. Right, I didn't switch the engine. It's not blocked, the car is far. Right. Let's do it in the reverse order. Hello? Let's do it in the reverse order. Open the door and then move closer. There you go. Because the door is not an object that can be hit. What? Maybe I parked too close. But what that also means is that now you can't close the door. Right. Anyway, let's grab that. And then drop it here. And then let's grab this and place it. Perfect. Good. Now we have long-term storage for our food. I would also like to bring a 2-in-1 washer dryer eventually. I don't think I'm ever going to repair these, but I will bring, actually let's do that now. Bring one of the bins over so we can chuck stuff without having to go too far. Okay, so let's grab the garbage bag because it's useful. Let's delete that and then let's pick it up. Okay. And let's run while we're encumbered because I think that does nice things to our fitness. And then place. Good, now we can throw stuff away fairly quickly. I'm not putting it in the house because the house is crowded enough as it is. Okay, let's eat. And then let's drink. Perfect. We are doing well. Once we start chopping trees down as well, then we'll be in a good spot. In fact, let's grab some of these bodies. Hello? And move them away from the house. A lot of micromanagement if you want to play the game with a secure base, but I don't think you can really cope in this game without a base. I mean, there's no, you know, fight your way through to X location on the map because that will be your salvation. You know, in some ways it's like Minecraft. It's a kind of a, you know, here's the world, here are the rules, you know, choose your own adventure. And I like open-ended games, in some ways, because make your own adventure, choose your own goals. What do you want to accomplish in this playthrough? I want to go to Louisville and establish a base there. Done. What do you want to do in this playthrough? I want to, you know, use the tractor mod to, you know, become a farmer who never has to worry about food ever again. You can do that. Maybe I should do... Maybe I should wander towards the Gigamart, because if she continuously looks for food... Right, she's going into the area where we marked as having food, but how much food actually is there here? We might need to... Now, there's the canned stuff. I don't know if she can use it. Is there... Have we left the can opener here? Can she actually open it? No, she can't. So... let's take care of that. Okay, now she can use cans, hopefully. And we'll do a food run. I think there's food in there that she'll be able to access if she goes looking. So let's go for a little bit of a drive. See what the general neighborhood looks like. And I'm still hoping to find another survivor car, because I found the survivor car with a smoke bomb, but given that the zombies sometimes seem to have mystical powers, I much prefer the pipe bomb, because that will do some damage in the blast radius, and will start the fire, which means that you can take out massive hordes without ever really being in danger. Right. We have new visitors to the neighborhood. What do you have in your back? You have a shotgun, right? Let's kill you off the street so I don't keep running into you. Weapons. Let's grab another holster. Let's drop the weapons. Wait, what? Is that... That's a corpse that has a key to this car. Oh, that's the corpse that was crushed by the car. Okay. Wait, does that car even work? It's in terrible condition. It's out of gas. Bad condition, but 100% remaining charge. So if you put some gas in that, it will start. But it's in... I wouldn't use that as my daily driver. Although this is the other thing. This is a modded car. A car from a mod. And it has a ridiculously large boot. So this has a boot of 130. Well, again, bearing in mind that we've got the organized mod. And this has a boot of 130 as well. Okay, foot and mouth. Ignore me. I generally don't like an unfair advantage. Do all big SUVs have that big of a boot? I don't know, but I mean, look at this car and look at this car. This makes sense to have 130. This doesn't make sense to have 130. I mean, I know this van has more seats, so you can say, okay, there's like, okay, each seat holds 20 or 26 in our case, so that would be 52. And then what's the boot of that? It's 52. So this van, assuming with the seats in the back, that's 104. So I think the modded cars. While I'm not going to say no to the additional space, I think it's an unfair advantage, and that's one of the reasons why I don't use this car. And this car you can also attach a roof rack, which gives you additional storage. I don't know if you can do that on the Land Rover. Right. That's a lot of people. The town is getting very repopulated. But at the same time, I don't want to stop coming fighting zombies on a daily basis, because then the town will become inaccessible to us. Are you? You've got a gun. So I'm so glad you suck as much as I do. Oh, and you're not dead. Okay. Right, come with me. Please die. Die. There you go. Right, what do you got? Right, we'll take that. Okay, there's a big group in there, and maybe all of them will be in the shop by now. So we'll get rid of them. Need to watch out for this guy. Anybody coming? No. I could have more of a stealthy character, especially now that we've leveled up Sneak and light-footed, but I don't know. Because of their migration, I will feel like I'm in constant danger. I'd much rather go through this a few times and then feel safer in the area. Good. Good stuff. Why are you still panicked? Relax. And I'm gonna have to start carrying around a bit of lookers. Come. Oh, we both missed. Right, how many entered the shop? I thought it would have been more than that, given the amount of broken windows. Alright, let's clear them out. Okay. Well, that was fun. Not. There's a big car park down here. Car parks in this game always make me excited. What am I going to find? What condition is it going to be in? Give me the cars. What can I put where? I don't know. I've been excited about cars ever since I was little. And not just cars, anything that you can drive. If I had the time, or more importantly, the money to get a license for every type of vehicle that you can drive, then I would get it. Why not? As long as we don't unequip something like the bulletproof vest, because they take the same slot, and I'm happy. There we go. Now we have a bow tie. Did that window just smash? No, the lighting changed. Okay. No, sit down. Oh. Right, my mouse pointer is here. Why did he hit over there? This game and I were not cooperating very well. Right. After this group I need to take a rest. Because once we get to the next level of tiredness, then it's kind of a downward spiral where you have to hit them many more times in order to actually kill them, and because you have to hit them more times you get even more tired, and then yeah. It's a loop that feeds into itself and results in death. Right. Let's eat. Let's drink. And let's bring the car closer, because that'll give us an opportunity to have a closer escape route, and we will also be sitting down and we'll recover our energy faster. You had to come in and spoil the plans a little bit, didn't you? What are we up to now in terms of kill count? 654. I can't go down in this area and do the thing with the vehicle, but I don't want to use this vehicle because A, it's got a lot of stuff that I want in it, and B, I like it. Nobody fast approaching, although I can't see behind those trees, but they'll appear quite quickly, I'm guessing. Can I move this? No. I can only remove it. There's a few moving there. Temperature is 25. Cars get really hot. 35 degrees, 36 degrees when the temperature outside is like 28. We have outdoorsman, so we can wear multiple layers when it's warm and we won't immediately start feeling the effects. I think the worst moodlet I've seen was when I had all my gear on and I started chopping down trees, and I think I got to the highest heat moodlet that exists, where it's like hyperthermia, or you're about to die or something. Right, we've recovered the stamina enough for that to disappear, but let's wait a little bit longer, because it's tantalizing to watch me, but I'll keep you entertained by talking in the meantime. So yeah, there's one car park here. What we're coming up to is the Gigamart. Now we are on day 6 or day 5. So I'm guessing a lot of the fresh food in there will have perished by now, but that's okay, because we saved quite a bit. And most of it is replaceable. We can replace vegetables by farming. The only thing that, at least in my playthroughs, takes a little bit longer is meat products, because I don't go hunting or trapping very quickly, and I'm not very proficient at it. So five days, and we've put on 10 kilos in 5 days. As I've said a number of times, I'll take it. Can't be healthy, but I'll take it. Right. There will be a few groups there. I also want to... I keep forgetting. I'd like to start looking at what frequencies radios have been tuned to, because I want to find the emergency broadcast frequency, or the automated broadcast frequency, because we're coming up to day 6, and it's very likely that we'll get a helicopter event. And if we do get a helicopter event, I would like to drive away from our base, so that that's a fuel tank, even though it says Jameson or Jim Beam on the side. Where did you come from? So that'll enable us to carry fuel around. I think that's a great addition to the bear bus, because you can refuel vehicles straight from that if you've got it attached as a trailer. So we won't have to worry about refueling the bear bus. Okay, nothing too fancy, but this is a good find. I'm happy with that. So this is the Gigamart. There's a big car park here, there's another car park on the other side of it, and then there's another car park to the northeast from here. Ooh, this is a good trailer. This is 650. Good. That means we can start thinking about going towards the factory, using a car or two to kill the zombies there, because there will be a lot. And I don't want to clear them out by hand as well, or even by with guns. And that will definitely set us up with all the tools and crafting materials that we need in order to move forward. I know I keep saying, oh yeah, we need to build a base and this, that and the other. I'm kind of doing things in the priority that I think is important. So first is a combination of what you'd call safety and sustenance. So making sure that we don't get attacked and mobbed and killed while we're sleeping, securing food, water we don't have to worry about yet, that will come next, but that's also very important. We have a survivor that can help us, and you have different types of survivors spawning. I assume they also do in this mod, because it's supposed to be sort of an amalgamation of the superb survivors, which have things like veterans that have, you know, high gun skills, doctors who have high medical skills, and then you can kind of assign them in those roles within the base, and then they'll patch you up, or you can you know, ask them to guard the base and things like that, so you can sort of distribute roles. I'm still a little bit nervous about bringing them out on, you know, for example, a food run, because I'm not fully convinced that they're able to defend themselves without getting bitten. You know, even if you give them the things they need, like guns and stuff like that. I'm still not convinced about the AI's capabilities. Right, I want to kill you somewhere else, because you might have a gun on you. Now, one of the things that you may find annoying, and this is especially comparing it to other playthroughs of Project Zomboid. In other playthroughs, the camera is zoomed in a lot more, but I'm always worried that there will be somebody coming up from behind, and having the camera zoomed out kind of helps me see them potentially approaching, especially as I use the baseball bat a lot, which means I keep walking backwards. So being able to see a little bit further out helps me a lot. Now I know that, especially if you're watching on a mobile device, this might be a little bit annoying. This is a lot more sort of comfortable. No, you didn't have a gun on you. But it would make it a little bit more difficult for me. So I'll try and zoom in a little bit, but I'll try and zoom in a little bit. Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought there. You're not naked, but there will be other people in the house. Okay, you're gonna come up behind me, so let's take a bit of a diagonal. Now this, I'm gonna do something which I've never tried and I may live to regret this. But somebody said that while you're standing on them, they're not gonna get up and they can't damage you, so in theory you can do that. It's a shame we can't open any sort of dialogue and get to know each other better. No, you're not happy. Alright, let's end this. It's done. Okay. So there's Gigamart. It's not inundated with zombies, at least on the outside, as it very often is. Well, I spoke a little bit too soon, didn't I? You guys had to prove me wrong. Fine. Ooh, shotgun. Hello? Right, let's take care of this group. I feel like that, I mean obviously there will be some bias in my interpretation of this, but I feel like the durability of the wooden baseball bat is better than that of the metal baseball bat. I mean, I haven't leveled up significantly since this morning when I was using the metal baseball bat. But I feel like I can dish out a lot more punishment. Oops, come back. With this before it breaks. You left your friends behind, how dare you? Now I have to go and deal with them separately. Right, I will go check out that car park too. This Gigamart is good because it's the containers there have a chance to spawn electronics. They have a chance to spawn tools, gardening stuff. Ooh, mobile generator. Yes, please. Game, you are spoiling me. And I am very grateful. Now, I've never actually found one of these before, so I don't know how to use it. Oh, okay. And does it take fuel? Well, I mean, of course it takes fuel. Oh, and you can charge batteries in there too. I am very, very, very happy. Now, I've seen on a lot of playthroughs, and I think I spoke about this in the beginning when I was saying we're going to go to the west to find a base, that this is a good area for a base because the houses are big. They are quote-unquote wealthy houses, so they tend to have good loot in them. And most of the area is sort of behind this fence gate, which the zombies will not attempt to break down. And you know, these sheds will have like generators in them and stuff like that. But from here, the only place that's really close by with a lot of food and other materials and other sources is the Gigamart. And you're within the city limits, which means that zombies will tend to gravitate towards the buildings and so on and so forth. So I feel like even though that it's sort of easier to block this off and kind of sort of isolate yourself and make it less likely for zombies to come and attack in the middle of the night, I think that the trade-off for resources is too big. Now I'm not going to deal with them yet. We do have excessive exertion, so we do need to head back. So unless we get mobbed, actually let's hotwire a vehicle while we're here. I don't think I've spotted any keys, but I wasn't really looking yet because I've been too busy focusing on the generator and the zombies. But let's see if we can hotwire a vehicle just in case we get mobbed, so we have an easy exit out of here. Doors open, but no key, but we can hotwire. Okay, so does this have fuel? Okay, it does have some fuel, so this will be an escape vehicle. If we get mobbed, then we have to come back in this direction. Every time I hear the wolves howling, yeah, we need to go lie down and sleep. We're done for today. Every time I hear the wolves howling, I wonder. I mean, obviously this game is like 9 years in the making and in development, but I'm wondering if we'll ever get to the point where, you know, wolves will start venturing, and other wildlife will start venturing into the town since they are quiet and abandoned. Just like, you know, buildings start sort of developing cracks and the grass starts to overgrow and so on and so forth. And the other thing, the second thought I have after that is, if you do get, you know, wolves running through town, how are the zombies going to interact with them? Will they try to bite them? Will the wolves fight the zombies? If the zombies win, will you get zombie wolves? Alright, I don't want to take those guys on because I am exerted. What I am going to do is I'm going to walk. I'm going to let this zombie that we've attracted follow me, because I think at this level of exertion I am still ever so slightly faster. So we're going to keep walking to the car so we can have our exit close by, and then we'll take them on. Now, worst case scenario, while we've been effing about, we have a whole bunch of zombies that have wandered and are staying close to our car. And then we're kind of screwed because we'll be pincered on two sides. So far it's looking okay. They're quite far away, so I'll have the opportunity to get into the car. So yeah, let's just... Time for a tactical retreat. Yeah. Yeah, because if I went to fight that one, then the other ones would catch up and then... Thanks, but no thanks. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, you go do that, Amanda. I need to move this car so we can actually close the door. Hello? Let's do a very quick sweep, just to make sure. Because the thing is, with Amanda being active during the night, if anybody wanders close by, they will attack her, and I don't know what she will do. Generally, I don't pick up survivors until I have the second floor of the base, because then I can sleep upstairs and then they can do whatever that is that they need to do, and even if they do, because they're not going to be able to kill like 3 zombies based on what I've seen so far, which means that they'll get bit and then I'm going to have to deal with the consequences. Right, let's close that door and lie down, and we'll sleep, and I'll see you all tomorrow, or in the next episode rather. And again, it will be a case of waking up in the morning, running around the neighborhood, clearing out anybody who's come in just to make it safe. And then we'll rejoin each other there. So until next time, take care of yourselves, and I wish you all the best. Take care. Bye.